Hi guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to Rameshsoft video tutorials. In this video, we'll discuss about Java 8 features. In earlier videos, we discussed from Java 1.8 version onwards, inside interface we can have implementations in the form of static methods and in the form of default methods, In the earlier we discussed in detail about that. Just watch my previous videos, So this is my channel in the YouTube. Just type Rameshsoft. You can see videos on Java and Selenium and database, like a lot of videos you can see. And going forward, we'll put videos on packed contract testing and multi-bank for service virtualization and Java 8, 9 and 10 features we are going to add it, Please guys, please subscribe it, So in this session, we'll see in Java 1.8 version, they introduced one more feature called, what is that? Functional interface. So we guys know we have different types of interfaces, One is a marker interface, the second one is a functional interface, the third one is what? Fully abstract interface, the third one is what? Partially abstract interface. If you don't have idea on interface, just please watch my earlier videos. Very good. Now, what is a functional interface, So if the interface is having exactly one abstract method, such kind of interface is called what? And functional interface. That is, methods present in that functional interface is called what? Functional interface. It means, let's assume that I'm having an interface, something I'm writing, something practice. So if this interface is having only one abstract method, something like I'm writing void, something I'm writing job. This is called what? A functional interface. So functional interface should have only one abstract method, and if it is having two abstract methods, let's assume that it is having one more method called salary. It is not a what? A functional interface. Functional interface should have only what? One abstract method. Then only we can say it is a what? Functional interface. And if the interface is having more than one abstract method, it is not a what? A functional interface. So do you think that practice interface is a functional interface? No way at all, because it is having what? Two abstract methods, Let me remove this one. Now can I say it is a functional interface? Yes. Now it is the what now? Functional interface. And so in this functional interface, we should have only one abstract method. Here I'm having, let me take one example. I took one method as a what now? Job, This we can call as a what? A functional method, Yes. So this functional method, it may or may not contains what? Return type, mean it should contains either void or it should contains what? Some return type. We guys know in Java, And this method can take what? Any number of parameters. And we guys know in Java, whether you declare or not, every method by default becomes what? Public and abstract, Yes. Now observe here, boss. So functional interface should have only one abstract method, and it can have what? Any number of implemented methods. No problem at all. It means public static void something I'm writing practice. Here I'm writing some implemented methods. Yes, you can have any number of implemented methods. I am writing default void something I'm writing Rameshsoft. Yes, perfectly valid. Means a functional interface should have only one abstract method, and it can contains what? Any number of implemented methods in the form of what? Static and default methods. Very good. Now observe here, guys. So observe here now. Suppose if you want to convey this interface as a functional interface, they introduced one annotation called what is an interface? One annotation called what is an annotation? @functional interface. This annotation will check whenever you annotate the interface as a functional interface, then my compiler will check that interface should have only what? One abstract method, and it can contains any number of what? Implement line methods that can be either static or in the form of what? Default. That's very good. Now the next point is observe here now. So in the earlier classes we learned about some classes in collection framework, right? We have some interface called comparable and comparator, which are meant for what? A sorting nature, either ascending or descending orders, right guys? So we have one interface called, what is the interface? Comparable. It's an what? A functional interface. It is having only one abstract method. Only one abstract method called, what is that method? Compare to method. This is the best example for what? Comparable. In multi-threading, right? We have an interface called, what is that interface? Runnable interface. Here also we have a method, one abstract method called, what is that method? Run method. So these are best example for what? Functional interface. And next one, right? Suppose I have an interface called a functional interface called, let's assume that this is my functional interface, right? Practice. Suppose I'm taking like this interface, some job extends. So I explained in detail about what? Extends versus classes and extends versus what? Implements, right? Means extends versus classes, and one more is implements versus what? Interface. Like I explained two keywords, extends versus what? Implements. Just please check my previous earlier videos. Very good. Now can I say job is a functional interface? Yes, of course, because this job also is having only one abstract method called, what is that? Job abstract method is coming from where? Practice interface. Suppose now can I represent this one as a functional interface? Happily, no problem at all, right? It makes sense, right? Yes guys. Now suppose if I write one more method, right? Int salary. Now it is not the what? A functional interface. Immediately I'll get what now? Compile time error. Boss, job interface is a not functional interface because this job is pointing to two abstract methods. When we can say an interface is a functional interface, whenever the interface is having only what? One abstract method. You may have doubt. This job interface is having only one abstract method, right? No. This is having one, and through inheritance it is getting what? One more abstract method from practice interface. That's why it is not an what? Functional interface. We'll get what now? Immediately compile time error. Let's put these things into the machine Eclipse. Just check out here now. And where we can use this functional interface. These functional interfaces are used to invoke what? Lambda expressions. In the coming session I'll talk. Before that, let me take one example. Now I'm taking one class, new class. I'm taking as some functional interface test. Just observe here guys. Now let me put it in this style. Write the main method. Just wait for a second, my machine is a bit slow. Right. Now what I'm doing is, let me take interface. I'm taking it as a practice. Very good. Now if the interface is having zero methods, such kind of interface we can call as a what? A marker interface. Right? Very good. Now suppose I'm taking one method as job. Now by default every interface method becomes of type what? Public abstract. Whether you declare or not, every interface by default becomes what? Abstract. You guys know very well. If you don't have idea on interfaces, right, please watch my earlier videos in YouTube in Rameshsoft channel. Very good. Now I want to convey that this is a functional interface. For that, right, they introduced one annotation in 1.8. What is that? Functional interface. Now, so if I'm trying to take one more method, right, abstract method, I'll get what now? Compile time error. See here now, am I getting compile time error or not? Just put the cursor here now. Invalid functional interface. Practice is not a what? A functional interface, because functional interface should have only what? One abstract method. Now this is valid. It can have any number of implemented methods. Now see here now, public static void job something I'm writing, practice is equal to job. Now, oh sorry, so I'm taking practice. It's valid. Now I'm taking default void something, I'm taking it as salary, SYSO of 1 lakh. See here now, we can have what? Any number of implemented methods inside the what? Interface, but it should have only what? One abstract method. Then only it turns like a what? A functional interface. So my compiler will check whether it is a functional interface or not. Right? Very good. Now, suppose I'm taking like interface, something. I'm taking like job. I'm taking like job. Just observe here, guys. Now, I'm extending that. Now, can I say it is a functional interface? Yes. Because through inheritance, it is getting that what? What is a method? Job method. Yes. Now, this job interface is also having a abstract method. Suppose if I am trying to write one more method like if you don't do practice. Now see here now. I'm getting what now? Compile time error. Because this job interface is having two abstract methods. That's why we are getting what now? Compile time error. Because one is coming from practice interface and one more is having what? Job interface. But the theme of functional interface is what? It should have only one abstract method. See here now, invalid functional interface annotation. Job is not a what? A functional interface. Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Suppose I am removing it now. Is it valid? Perfectly, it is valid. Now, can we have any implemented methods? No problem at all. Now see here now, if you want job, like I'm taking a method, I'm taking one method. Let me pull out this in as a part of static string. I'm taking, if you want job, SYSO of, the best place is Rameshsoft. Now return, sure you will get a job. That's all. Am I seeing any issues here? No issues at all. Clear, guys? So what is the use of this functional interface? Yes, we got some good idea on it. Then what is the use of this functional interface? These functional interfaces are used to invoke what? Lambda expressions. What are lambda expressions? In next lesson we'll see. Right, guys? So this is about Java 1.8 functional interface. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Right? So please subscribe the videos, our Rameshsoft channel. So we are going to upload a lot of videos on Python, Java, and Selenium, multi-bank, and database, etc. Right? Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Thank you so much.